Welcome back. If you're watching at halftime and or via the Owls YouTube channel, Chris Sheeman here with you with another Owls player profile. We have Sasha Miller joining us. Hi, Sasha. Thanks for giving us some of your time.
Hi, Chris.
So tell me a little bit about your life, Sasha. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Rockport, Massachusetts, right next to the ocean. It's a cute little tourist town.
So you're used to tourists overrunning your city constantly.
Yes, only in the summer, though. They chicken out over the winter. So
Now, they don't go up there to see the fall colors up there?
you would think so, but not so much. They kind of start migrating.
Tell me a little bit about Rockport. It's a city that is kind of in my head. Like, I recognize it for some reason, but I don't know why. So what is Rockport known for? Why do I have that suspicion?
Well, it's next to the famous fishing town, Gloucester. And
You're making it worse.
it's near Salem.
Do the Kennedys live there? Is there something like that?
The Proposal was filmed there.
Okay.
And it's, same area as The Perfect Storm where that was filmed.
I think I'm remembering it because of Salem, because I remember going to Salem as a kid. So that's a kind of a cool area. I have family that lives up there, and did you like growing up there?
I loved it. It's beautiful. My house is kind of in the woods, and then I also have the beach, so I get the best of both worlds.
Now, is it like that? Every time I think of the beach up in New England, I think of jagged rocks like Maine. Is there a beach there, or?
Well, it's a little rocky. Yeah.
But you can lay out and you can do some stuff there. You can swim and all that.
In September when the Atlantic finally warms up. Yeah.
So you get about, what, 5 days of actual swimming?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's better than nothing, I guess. I come from Cleveland, and I don't think we ever had a day to swim. Our lake was not good to swim in anyway. Anywho, so how do you go from Rockport all the way down here to Warren Wilson?
Well, a family friend knew about Warren Wilson, and I came and visited, and I loved it. So, yeah, it's beautiful.
And what do you want to do? What are you studying?
I am studying psychology and Spanish and neuroscience.
So you're going to help Spanish people with their problems?
Basically, yeah.
What interests you about... I don't like to talk about my personal self too much, even though I'm forcing so many of you to do that today. But psychology interests me for a variety of reasons. Let's put it that way. So what drew you to psychology?
Well, I'm definitely interested in the more scientific, the more concrete part of it, so neuroscience and biopsychology and why the brain functions the way it does, more than clinical psychology.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have a test study for you right here. If you can get into this thing and tell me what's wrong with it, I would really appreciate it. So tell me, what are your goals, I guess? What do you do with something like that?
Well, I've been thinking about going into speech-language therapy, maybe in a rehab setting, helping people recover their speech patterns, being able to speak again, or even understand like the language processing, things like that. But there's so much out there. I'm just starting to learn how much there is out there, so it's definitely grad school for me, and then we'll see.
Yeah, I think even speech just itself, probably, you have stroke victims, you have all kinds of other things that could probably come into play, but yeah, that's very interesting. That's a big paranoia of a lot of people who work in broadcasting, is something like that happening, because our paychecks go bye-bye if we can't talk. But so yeah, that's very interesting. Grad school, have you thought about that? Would you like to stay in the South, or I guess wherever you can probably get into, right?
Yeah, probably wherever I can get into, but I'm hoping to go back home to Boston, probably. There's a lot of good schools there. The Harvard Medical, there's just so many good schools there. So.
Yeah, Harvard is one of those good ones, I hear. Tell me a little bit about your basketball background. How did you get involved? What do you love, or how did you start loving the game of basketball?
Well, my parents forced me to join the team in 6th grade, and I went to a very small school, so I got to play, and then in high school as well as in a very small school, so sometimes we're lucky with 8 on the team for the season, so a lot of times we just played, and you just keep playing and keep loving it. It was great.
Yeah, you had a lot of fun with it, even though you were forced to do it.
It started out getting forced to do it, but then, after the first couple weeks, I started enjoying it.
All right, Sasha. Well, good luck with everything, and thanks for giving us some of your time.
Thank you.
Sasha Miller, everybody. Those of you watching in halftime, we'll take a break, and then we'll do stats, and the second half will come up. And if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to check out some more videos. Thanks for watching.